on, is the United States moving towards civil war?
When your country is falling apart, one of the ways you hold it together is to go on a crusade.
What we're close to is, I think, the world is going to be revolting against this system.
The left swings around randomly in random directions.
Majority, because they're ruthless.
Who's more angry right now?
For me, this is not normal politics anymore. This is not left versus right. This is good versus evil.
Yeah. Nobody knows exactly where they're turning left or right or up or down, right or
I
up.
think the world is going to be revolting against this system.
Deeply worried. We're talking about a real chance of an authoritarian breakthrough, an utterly unhinged kind of politics.
So the trend at the moment is nationalism, selfishness, if you like, with a vengeance. How do you break through to that?
It is not enough to just check your privilege. You also got to use
agree that there's a lot of latent anger.
Well, for confronting what is a potentially irreversible transformation of the U.S. government.
We had the flag. I had the shirt. I was a MAGA junkie.
I mean, it's going to be far worse than the 2008 financial crisis.
And what I think is really important, and what the American public want, is for us to bring actual weapons to this bar fight. This is an actual fight. This is an actual fight.
In times of war, a wartime president makes difficult decisions.
Just the people with the guns are in charge. It does feel that way. It's totalitarians. You'll kill people who get in your way.
But I think it's palpably grotesque to deny that there has been a world return of fascism and that didn't begin yesterday.
Civil war!
What I'm saying is you're extending the definition of war, wartime, and emergency in order to suit your agenda, is what it sounds like.
You are incorrect.
Obvious that there has been a return of fascism around the world for quite some time. I started writing about it.
Consider, maybe you're right, it won't happen, but there's a strong probability, I'm not saying more than 50%, that it can. This is now an effort of largely leftist individuals now terrorizing the right intentionally.
The Democratic Party is not democratic in any sense. Its voters are purely puppets, so are its politicians. It's all fake.
Maybe, all
right, well, let's just agree that we agree that there's the year with the year.
And we're dealing with people who are absolutely willing to kill other people for power. Like, that's real.
Latent anger.
Well, I'll add one thing. As we were parking, people are staring at us, and one guy spit at us. Some woman was shaking her head at us.
The final goal here is the deconstruction of American elections. Of course.
They're told to hate and not be able to explain to you why.
But you say the left is a cult.
RFK Jr., former liberal. Tulsi Gabbard, former liberal. Donald Trump, former liberal. Elon Musk, former liberal. Colin Wright, former liberal. Tim Pool, former liberal.
The way that people worship Elon Musk is fascist.
The way the Democrats win elections, by cheating. And they're even worse at the ballot box.
A boy named Barron Trump, who is a time traveler.
Politicians that are running around like decapitated chickens, not knowing what's going on.
I never voted Republican. I didn't like Republicans. And now the Republican MAGA movement, not the neocons, is an eclectic bunch of diverse views which debate each other. How is threatened with violence?
And armed by Biden, by the Democrats.
Different than the previous conspiracies we've done, because this one is true 100%.
You could not map the logic of their principles or plan for this country.
It's about feelings.
They're just trying to make sure they stay safely in a position where someone else won't bludgeon them in the head with a bike lock. It has long been known, over a decade, that the federal government, the FBI, the CIA, I think the NSA, had backdoor access to Facebook as well as many other companies.
They have to go with Kamala because she's sort of black, sort of Indian, and a woman.
As far as Trump, I don't think there is actually a perfect analog. I mean, in my view, he's a fascist, but...
What? But now, wait a minute. What are you, nuts? Yeah.
I want to hear why, but do you think that calling Elon Musk a dick is effective messaging?
They spit at us.
These are all signs of a declining empire.
You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you
of a declining empire.
Really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Of a declining empire.
With flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Are all signs of a declining empire.
You're just as complicit as Hunter Biden and the rest of them bunch of crack-smoking perverts.
Are all signs of a declining empire.
I love people. Jesus loves people.
This is next level. Like what God is doing and what he is setting up, you're going to see so much worship coming out of this White House.
War!
MKUltra was a project by the CIA that actually applied mind control techniques to unwilling participants.
South is where I source my hope these days. A mixture of stupidity and nastiness. The only people who have a plan are the Chinese.
All signs of a declining empire.